If you don't start investing today, you won't just lose money, you'll lose time, freedom, and the life you were meant to live. They taught you how to work, but no one taught you how to escape. That's why you're still stuck, trading hours for dollars, and wondering if life ever gets better. You've spent years surviving paycheck to paycheck. What if one decision today could rewrite the next 10 years of your life? Part 1. What poor people don't know about investing. It's not because you don't have money, it's because you don't understand time. Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt suffocated? Suffocated by the alarm clock, by the bills, by a life you never truly chose, but somehow carry every single day? You go to work, collect your paycheck, and then the money disappears as if it was never there. You tell yourself, next month, I'll finally save something. But then the next month comes and the cycle repeats. Year after year, you look back and realize you've worked hard, stayed responsible, and yet nothing feels like it truly belongs to you, except a few old possessions and a constant fear about the future. You're not lazy, you're not foolish. You've simply never been shown that investing is not for the rich. It's the path that helps people escape being broke. But no one ever told you that. In fact, you may have been taught that investing is risky, dangerous, reserved only for those who already have money and can afford to gamble. And that is the greatest lie society has ever passed down to you. The truth is, you can start investing with a small amount. So small, it won't even disrupt your current lifestyle. Just $100 a month. That amount, if spent on coffee, clothes, or convenience, is gone in a blink. But if invested wisely, it could become hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future. The difference is not in how much money you have, but in how you value time. Time, that is your greatest asset. The wealthy understand this. That's why their money works for them, even while they sleep. The poor trade their time for money, without realizing that money, when used properly, could work on their behalf. You don't need to wait until you have more money to start investing. In fact, you need to invest so that you can have more money. And the sooner you start, the less you'll have to sacrifice later. Every year you delay isn't just a missed opportunity for gains. It's a loss you can never recover. But worse than losing money is losing belief in yourself. If you feel a twinge in your chest reading this, that's a good sign. Because awareness often begins with discomfort. It means you're ready to face what others avoid. It means you're no longer okay with just surviving. It means you're beginning to ask the most powerful question of all. What if my life could change, starting now? Don't romanticize investing. Don't chase wealth for the sake of appearances. Just understand this. Peace, freedom, and power over your own life don't come from working harder. They come from letting money work harder than you ever could, quietly, consistently, and intentionally. And that begins with one small decision. I will no longer wait, I will learn, and I will take action today. If you're ready, move with me to part 2. Because waiting one more day might cost you more than you know. But taking just one right step today could lead you to a future where fear no longer has a say in how you live. Part 2. Why you must start today. There are things in life that, if we had done them just 1 year earlier, could have changed everything. And there are things that, if we delay just one more day, cost us far more than we realize. Investing is one of those things. Maybe you're thinking, I'm still young, there's no rush, or I'm tight on money right now, I'll invest when I have more. But the truth is, it's exactly because you're still young, exactly because you don't have much, that you need to start today. Not to get rich overnight, but to let time become your greatest ally, not your greatest regret. Let's imagine two people. Both invest in the same fund with an average return of 7% annually. Person A starts investing $100 a month at age 25 and continues for 30 years. Person B starts later at age 35, but tries to catch up by investing $200 a month for 20 years. In the end, who has more? Surprisingly, it's the first person who invested less money overall, but started earlier. That's the power of compound interest. Interest earning interest, year after year, quietly growing without you needing to do anything. In investing, time doesn't just help you, it multiplies everything you do. 1 year of delay doesn't just mean 1 year lost. It means decades of potential growth gone forever. No one teaches you this in school. No boss sits you down and tells you this. But the financial markets move forward anyway, rewarding those who start early, punishing those who wait. Most people go their whole lives relying only on their salary. They trade their time, health, and youth for a paycheck, always worried about losing their job, always wondering if they'll have enough. But here's the thing, just by investing a small portion of what you already earn, even as little as $100 a month, you could be buying something priceless, peace of mind. You don't need thousands of dollars to begin. You don't need to know everything. You just need to take that first step. And start now with whatever you have. Because the real question isn't, how much do you have? It's, have you started yet? And more importantly, how early did you start? Ask yourself honestly, how would you feel if 10 years from now, you look back at today and realize you missed a simple opportunity that could have changed your entire future? Would you say, I wish I had started sooner? Or would you smile, quietly grateful that you had the courage to begin when no one else around you did? There is no perfect time to start. There never will be. There is only now. And those who act now are the ones who won't need to panic later. That's why today, not next week, not next year, is the best time to start investing. Part 3. The truth. No one tells you about investing. Most of us grow up with the wrong idea of what investing really is. We picture it as something risky, something only rich people or finance experts do. We imagine complex charts, blinking screens, men in suits making split-second trades. That image alone makes everyday people feel like outsiders. It's intimidating, confusing, and for many, it feels completely out of reach. But here's the truth. Investing is not what you think. It's not gambling. It's not about chasing stocks or trying to beat the market. It's not reserved for the elite or for those with secret knowledge. And it definitely isn't about getting rich overnight. Real investing is calm. It's disciplined. It's consistent. It's the act of building wealth slowly, steadily, and wisely over time. It's not meant to make you anxious. It's meant to give you peace. You don't need to be a genius to invest. You don't need to watch the stock market every day. You don't need to guess which company will explode next. You just need to understand a few key principles and stick to them. But no one teaches this in school. No one tells you that you can invest in the top 500 companies in the US with just a few dollars through a simple index fund. No one tells you that you can start building a future on autopilot without needing to pick the right stocks. Instead, you're told it's too risky, so you stay out, you hesitate, and you lose something far more valuable than money: time. Because while you're afraid of losing a little money, what you're really losing is your future freedom. Most people think investing is about IQ, but in truth, it's about EQ. It's about emotional strength. It's about staying calm when the market dips. It's about ignoring noise and sticking to your plan. The wealthy understand this. They don't panic when prices fall. They don't chase headlines. They invest steadily, month after month, year after year, and they let time do the heavy lifting. Meanwhile, people who never start investing keep waiting, waiting to feel ready, waiting until they have more money, waiting until the market feels safer. And while they wait, others are quietly getting richer. Not because they're smarter, but because they started. You've probably never been told that you can invest, that you're allowed to build wealth, that you don't need permission, that you're capable. But now you know. And once you know, you have a choice. Keep living like no one ever told you, or take control and start writing a new story. You can start small. You can learn as you go. You can grow quietly, patiently, powerfully, one step at a time. No magic, no secrets, just action. So the question is, are you ready to stop believing the lies and start building your truth? Part 4, 4 actionable steps to start investing the right way. You've learned why investing matters. You've heard the truth no one ever told you. Now it's time to stop standing on the sidelines. It's time to begin. And here's the good news. You don't need to be wealthy, experienced, or brilliant to start investing. You just need to take the first right steps now. Step 1. Know your why and make it non-negotiable. This is not just about motivation. It's about building a foundation that will carry you through every dip, doubt, and delay. Why do you want to invest? Not just to have money. Go deeper. Do you want to retire early? Take care of your parents? Send your kids to college debt-free? Travel without stress? Buy back your time? When your why is strong enough, discipline becomes automatic. Write it down. Read it often. Because your reason will carry you when your emotions try to drag you backward. Step 2. Open your first investment account. This is the gateway. Until this happens, nothing moves. If you're in the US, there are many reliable platforms to choose from. Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, Webull, all user-friendly and secure. For long-term investing, consider tax-advantaged accounts like Roth IRA or 401k if available through your employer. And if you're just starting, a simple brokerage account is enough to begin. Opening an account takes less than 30 minutes. It's the modern-day equivalent of planting a seed. Even if you don't invest money yet, just opening the account shifts your identity. You're no longer a bystander. You're an investor, in mindset and soon in action. Step 3. Choose simple, proven investments. New investors often get overwhelmed. Should I buy stocks, crypto, gold? But here's a secret. Simplicity wins. You don't need to pick individual stocks. Start with index funds or ETFs that track the market, like S&P 500 funds, e.g. VOO or SPY. This gives you exposure to hundreds of top companies, Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, all in one simple purchase. It's low risk, low cost, and backed by decades of success. You're not betting on one company, you're betting on the economy. And over time, the economy grows. So will your money. Step 4. Automate and stay consistent. This is where most people fail, not because they don't start, but because they stop. The trick? Don't rely on willpower, rely on systems. Set up automatic monthly transfers into your investment account. Enable auto invest if your platform supports it. Whether it's $50 or $500 per month, make it automatic. This removes emotion from the equation. You're not reacting to the news. You're not trying to time the market. You're building wealth quietly while you sleep, eat, and live your life. This is how the rich do it. And it's how you can do it too. You don't have to do everything at once. But you do need to take that first step. Maybe today you just open your account. Next week, you make your first deposit. Next month, you set up your auto invest plan. It's okay to move slowly. It's not okay to not move at all. Remember, investing is not a race, it's a journey. And the winners are not the ones who sprint. They're the ones who keep walking, even when it's hard. So don't wait for perfection. Don't wait for the right time. Start now. Start small. Stay steady and watch your future quietly transform. Part 5. The psychological traps that keep you poor. Let's get real. Most people aren't broke because they're lazy. They're broke because they've been programmed to think like poor people, to fear risk, avoid growth, and delay action. You could hand someone $10,000 today, and if their mindset hasn't changed, they'll lose it within months. Why? Because poverty doesn't start in the wallet. It starts in the mind. Let's expose the traps that have kept millions stuck and maybe holding you back without you even realizing it. Trap number 1. I'll start investing when I have more money. This sounds logical, but it's the most dangerous delay tactic there is. The truth? People don't wait to have money to start investing. They invest so that they can have money. If you can't manage $100, you won't manage $10,000. Wealth isn't built when you finally make enough. It's built by doing smart things with small amounts consistently. Waiting for more is just fear dressed in logic. Trap number 2. I'm afraid of losing money. Of course you are. Everyone is. But here's the irony. By not investing, you're guaranteeing a loss through inflation, missed opportunities, and financial dependence. Fear is natural, but letting fear stop you? That's how you stay poor. Wealthy people aren't fearless. They just understand that not taking action is the biggest risk of all. Trap number 3. I don't have time to learn about investing, but you have time to scroll. You have time to binge shows. You have time for everything except the one thing that could change everything. Let's be honest. It's not about time. It's about priority. You don't need to become a financial expert. You just need to learn enough to take that first step. And once you do, you'll realize it's simpler than you imagined and more powerful than you ever expected. Trap number 4. The market is too risky right now. I'll wait until things are more stable. Here's the truth. The market is always uncertain. There is no perfect time to invest. There are only people who wait and people who win. While you're waiting for certainty, others are quietly building wealth through consistent, long-term investing. In good times and bad, they understand that volatility is not the enemy. Inaction is. Trap number 5. I'm just not the type of person who can be rich. This one hurts the most because it's quiet, it's buried deep, and it feels true when it isn't. Maybe you grew up struggling. Maybe no one in your family ever invested. Maybe you've been told, directly or indirectly, that wealth isn't for people like you. Let me say this clearly. That's a lie. Wealth is not a genetic trait. It's not about privilege. It's about repetition of smart decisions over time. You don't need permission to build wealth. You just need to stop believing you're not worthy of it. So what now? First, forgive yourself. You didn't know better. You were never taught these truths. But now you do know, and you're not the same person you were 10 minutes ago. You are not lazy. You are not dumb. You are not behind. You're waking up. And waking up is the beginning of freedom. Every mindset you let go of, every lie you stop believing, brings you closer to a life of peace, freedom, and dignity. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to escape the trap. One decision at a time. Part 6. Wealth is not the goal. Freedom is. We've talked about investing. We've talked about money. But now it's time to ask the deeper question. What is all of this really for? Because if your only goal is to be rich, to stack more money, buy bigger things, impress more people, you may one day find yourself with a full bank account and an empty life. Wealth by itself means nothing. There are rich people who are trapped in stress, trapped in meaningless routines, trapped in golden cages built from fear, ego, and status. They have money, but they have no freedom. You see, freedom isn't about quitting your job tomorrow or lying on a beach for the rest of your life. Freedom is knowing you can choose to work because you want to, not because you have to spend time with your family without guilt, to take a break when life demands it without panic, to walk away from toxic environments because you're not financially desperate. Freedom is the quiet power to say no, to walk your own path, to live with integrity, even when it costs more in the short term. And freedom is the real reason we invest, not to worship money, but to stop being owned by it. When you start investing, you're not just building wealth, you're buying back your future. Every dollar you put away is a vote for a life on your terms. Every automatic deposit is a small rebellion against a system that wants you to stay small, scared, and dependent. And one day, maybe sooner than you think, you'll look back and realize you're not chasing money anymore. You're building a life you don't need a vacation from. You'll wake up and feel peace, not because you hit some magic number in your portfolio, but because you know you're safe, independent, and in control. You'll stop asking, what can I afford? And start asking, what do I want to build? Because that's what freedom sounds like. So no, wealth is not the final destination. Freedom is. And freedom isn't just for the lucky. It's for the brave, the disciplined, the ones who start when it's hard, the ones who believe in a future no one else can see yet. That's you. And every choice you make from here on out, every dollar, every step, is leading you there. So ask yourself again, why did you press play on this video? Why did you stay this long? It wasn't just curiosity. It was something deeper, a desire to finally take back your life. And that's exactly what you're doing. If this video made you think, if it stirred something deep inside you, then don't let it end here. Subscribe to this Raidspire channel, not just for more videos, but for a mindset that will change your future. Leave a comment below. Tell me where you're starting from, what your biggest struggle is, or what your dream of freedom looks like. I read every word. And if you know someone who's still stuck, still afraid, still waiting, share this video with them. One video could open a door they never knew existed. This isn't just content. This is a movement, a quiet revolution, to help ordinary people live extraordinary lives. Welcome. You're part of it now.